Good morning. Welcome to short video series by Spark Hadoop. Before going to the topic Apache Pig, let's introduce ourselves about Spark Hadoop. Spark Hadoop is a team of data professionals from companies such as Datadots and Cognizant and many more, and also from technical communities such as Chennai Hadoop User Group. We are certified in technologies related to data such as Apache Spark, Cassandra, Hadoop, and even on cloud computing technologies such as AWS and BI technologies such as Tableau. We do provide training on these technologies. The two most predominant courses of our training are Big Data Expertise Level 1 and Level 2. With respect to Level 1, we go deep dive in Apache Hadoop, followed by Apache Solar, and we also provide a quick start to Apache Spark. In Level 2, we concentrate on other technologies such as Spark and NoSQL such as Cassandra and MongoDB. We provide a quick start to Apache Storm, followed by differences between Apache Storm and Spark Streaming. We provide a deep dive into Apache Kafka, which is currently one of the widely used distributed messaging system. We provide refresher course on Scala as well as Linux for the newbies. And since both of them are very important for mastering these technologies. And we also provide certification assistance with respect to preparation for these technologies, I would say, Spark, Hadoop, or other NoSQL such as Cassandra, MongoDB, and even cloud computing technologies. The three modes of training that we provide are instructor-led classroom training at Chennai, online training through WebEx or GoToMeeting, as well as self-paced training portals. Let's get back to the today's topic, Apache Pig. Before we understand what is Pig, let us talk about the initial days in Apache Hadoop. When you talk about core elements of Hadoop, that is HDFS and MapReduce. HDFS provide distributed storage, which basically provide a logical file system consisting of files and directories across multiple machines. And MapReduce is a distributed computation framework across multiple machines. Both this framework that the complete Hadoop is purely written in Java. Let us take an example of a directory called patient, which consists of files. Let us assume the file size is 10 terabyte, and each line is a record to us, and lines basically a comma separator line, where each values are separated by comma. You could see a sample input here where I have 7 lines. It denotes 7 records, and each column are separated by comma. Patient ID, patient name, drug, gender, and total amount spent by that particular patient. So let us take an example of doing an ETL task. This is a typical case where we take it from either from mainframe into your OLAP or from your OLTP to OLAP, where we do a lot of ETL, mainly in the case of files. We take it as a file, do a ETL, then load the file into our OLAP and do that. So let us take an example of an ETL. So when we want to ETL, the ETL engines mostly do using either tools or scripting languages, predominantly. Let us consider, let's do the ETL using MapReduce. Since MapReduce is written in Java, our ETL engineer or developer should know Java. And we should also understand how MapReduce works. That's the first case. Okay, if he wants to do a ETL over the data that is stored in HDFS through MapReduce, then he has to write the job jar basically using any one of the languages. Let us assume Java or any other dynamic languages like Python or even C Sharp using SD Inside or Perl, other dynamic or scripting languages. Let us assume that E writes in Java and creates a jar and submits it. The MapReduce take the application logic which is present in the job jar because you have to write it in MapReduce, what MapReduce can understand. And MapReduce internally runs across the data and it can give you the data results back again, or it can store the results back into any other distributed storage. So as a ETL developer, he has to know Java or he has to, as well as he has to know MapReduce. So there is definitely a learning curve for an ETL engineer to transform all his existing legacy system into MapReduce. He has to learn Java as well as MapReduce. Now let's look at Pig. Pig originated from Yahoo. It becomes, Apache license, basically open source. And what it does is that Pig converts the Pig Latin scripts into job jar, basically mapped with jobs. So you write your ETL in terms of Pig Latin scripts, and Pig looks at the ETL scripts, the Pig Latin scripts, and converts them to job jar which MapReduce framework can understand. So here the learning curve gets decreased because he has to learn only Pig Latin. He doesn't have to look at how MapReduce works, or he doesn't have to learn how to code in Java, basically. So here, but there is a learning curve I have to learn. But if you look at Pig Latin has been formed on the basis of scripting languages. So to make the learning curve very simpler, as well as to make the developer to easily learn it and master it. So since they are already using a lot of other scripting languages, it becomes very easier for them to write in Pig Latin, which is basically a data flow scripting language. So this is what Pig does. Pig is an abstraction over MapReduce, which converts Pig Latin scripts into MapReduce jobs. This is in earlier slide we talked about Pig is an abstraction over MapReduce. In recent days, from last year, I would say, they converted Pig also to have a multiple execution engine. When I say it can run as an abstraction over multiple distributed platforms or distributed computational frameworks. Example, Apache Thais. Thais is a Hindi word for speed. You can write your Pig scripts and Pig internally will convert into Thais application and run it across your data. And we also have Apache Spark. Apache Spark is gaining momentum a lot, but with the Pig over Spark still in developmental phase, it has not gone much into production. So we may have to wait for some more time till it becomes productionized. To watch out for Pig and Spark, which is basically called a fork, please look at this particular Jira 4059 Jira in Pig. And we can either choose MapReduce or Thais for your Pig scripts. And your distributed storage can be anything, SDFS or HBase, whichever formats MapReduce or Thais can accept. Till now, we talked about Pig. Pig is just an abstraction over MapReduce or Thais, Spark. It uses a scripting language called Pig Latin, which is basically a pseudocode. We'll be seeing some examples in a couple of slides. It originated Yahoo, similar to your Hive, which got originated from Facebook. You don't have to learn what is Java, you don't have to learn what is MapReduce or Thais. Pig Latin scripts, as I told earlier, it converts your scripting language into distributed application, such as MapReduce jobs or Thais jobs or Spark application, and runs on the Hadoop cluster. The installation of Apache Pig is straightforward and simple. You have to download the recent binary version of pig, extract it, and set the Java home because it's basically a Java based component. And since it's convert jobs, the pig scripts into jobs which can run on Hadoop cluster, you have to point Hadoop cluster. Hadoop has to be configured with either with the MapReduce or Thais based on the mode that you run across. If you want pig to run with Thais, you have to make sure Thais is already installed in your Hadoop cluster. And you can point where Hadoop is running in pig.properties. Remember, install pig. Pig is a client. I would say it's an abstraction. You can install pig in any of the nodes in your cluster, which can convert your scripts into Hadoop jobs, basically. Predominantly, we install it on the master node, where your name node and resource manager exist. In production cluster, we don't install pig clients on the inside the cluster. Instead, we install outside the cluster. Those nodes are called as the edge node, where Hive client, pig client, Oozie, remote client. So all these clients exist outside the cluster. These edge node have access to the Hadoop cluster. In the dev cluster, I would say all your developer machines act as a edge node where they can access the Hadoop cluster. They can install pig client in their machine, which in turn pointed to the Hadoop cluster, which is our dev cluster. So this is the typical case where we'll install most of the time in edge nodes. So let us look at difference between Hive and Pig. As we know, Hive is also an abstraction. So Hive originated from Facebook and Pig from Yahoo. Hive mainly built for SQL developers, so it follows SQL 92 standard, which they call it as HiveQL. Here, instead of, actually it's not Grant, I would say Pig Latin. Pig Latin is a scripting language which follows other scripting languages how to build your ETL jobs. Since it follows SQL, it's a declarative, whereas Pig is all procedural as it follows scripting languages. Here you have to define the schema in prior before using all the SQL queries. Here you don't have to predefine, but optionally you can define it during runtime. We call it as table here, which is analogous to the table in RDBMS. Here we call it as a bag, but it's an immutable bag. Basically, when you say immutable, it cannot be changed. And record, here is a tuple. The tuple term comes from most of the other languages such as Python, where you have a tuple, or Scala, where you have a tuple of n elements, right? You can specify n can be G1 to k. And here columns are called as fields and Pig. If you want a client server architecture in Hive, you can have a Hive server where you can connect from your client programs. The client can be a BI tool, example Tableau. Tableau connect with your Hive using JDBC or ODBC or Thrift server. And Pig server is similar to your JDBC connectivity, where you can have a client server architecture in Pig. As of right now, Pig provides 3 execution mode. One, you can execute Pig under MapReduce mode, where the scripts are converted into MapReduce job. And local mode, same, scripts are converted into MapReduce jobs, but it uses local job runner, which we usually use it for our testing our logic while developing MapReduce jobs. Similar case, you could use local, where you have to specify -x, x is execution mode, local. And similarly, you can use Thais. So as of right now, you can use either of these 3, MapReduce, local, or Thais. How to access Pig? First one, interactive mode, which is basically your command line. You put bin/pig, we are executing a pig shell, it will give you grunt, similar to your where you can type all your pick scripts, or batch mode where you have a predefined scripts. Every day you want to run a certain script daily. For example, take this file, do some ETL process and store it back in SDFS. So that's a kind of a batch mode where you can submit an existing script directly so that Pig will look at the script and start executing map with jobs. Or as I talked earlier, where you can have a client server architecture in Pig, which is basically Pig server, which provides a JDBC kind of interface for your client and server architecture. Let us look at some example to understand how does really Pig scripts look like. Here, I given a command. You can see here A is nothing but your bag. I'm creating a bag called A where it loads a file, particular file. The file is the sample input of the file you can see here. It loads the file. When I say load slash datagen underscore dot txt, it loads from HDFS, or you can make it as a local too. So by default, it starts looking at Hadoop and it reads the file using a class called pig storage, which by default pig storage is all about tab delimited. But I am here making sure it is comma separated. So it reads basically, it tells you have to load this particular file while loading it, load it into bag A. While loading it, you have to use this particular class and data is separated with comma. Now we have got a bag A, and next I'm going to filter it by particular drug called Abil. So I'm filtering every tuple because tuples is, bag is made up of tuples. Filter the bag A in that every tuple in the particular tuple, the field, the positional index. So you could see here, the fields are referenced by positional index. So you can start here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 because we are saying already saying comma separated. So my $2 is nothing but drug name. So I'm saying $2 equal to Abil. So only I'm going to take this record. Yeah, only one record I have. So it creates a bag called EF where it will contain only one record in this particular sample input. And I'm doing a dump here. Dump is nothing but console. Dump means you have to write that output to the console screen on which you are typing all the pig scripts. Pig is a lazy operation. Pig scripts are lazy operation. So till you say dump, these are merely a pointers. No operation happens. When you say dump F, then F looks at internally Pig will create a DAG. When you say DAG, directed acyclic graph, DAG of jobs. Here, if you look at it's going to be one job and it will be a map only job because we are not doing any sorting or grouping basically which requires a reduced part. So here I'm reading the file, doing a filter and writing it outside. That's it. So it will have job only. It's a map only jobs that will get created. Till we specify dump F, it's not going to run any map with job. When we specify dump F, it's going to run, look at all the references. F is referencing A, where I am doing a filter, and A is nothing but a bag where I have to read it from from SDFS using the pig storage, and the data is comma separated. This is a small example of a script, some of the examples of the pig scripts. In earlier, we talked about we can define schema during runtime, right? So you could look at here, I'm loading the same file, right, using comma separated, and you could see here, I'm defining a schema where 5 columns PID, data type is field name is PID, and data type is integer, field name is name, and data type is character array. And you can see here gender, character array, total amount which is integer. Now bag A has got schema defined. Now I'm filtering bag A by drug is equal to Abil. Drug is nothing but field name basically. Drug equal to Abil. When I do dump here, then it will create, as we talked about earlier, it will create a DAG of jobs and it will run the jobs. And dump is nothing but writing it to console, write the outputs to console. Okay, what if we want to store the result in HDFS? So you can see here, store F. F is the bag F, and store this result in HDFS directory called /pig underscore result 001. And again, while storing it, my result output, right now you can see here, it will only store this particular and store it using comma separated. So there are two ways to write the output. One is dump, another one is store. Dump is nothing but console. Store, you can specify a file system. Here I'm talking about HDFS. Here also it's going to be a map only job. We are not doing any grouping or sorting, which requires basically a shuffle. Let's look at an example which requires shuffle. So I have taken an example where I'm doing grouping as well as sorting. I'm doing grouping by drug. Drug is nothing but my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'm grouping by drug, which is nothing but positional index number 2. I have to group. You can see here I loaded my, I create a bag called A. Right now it's a lazy operation. Nothing happens unless you do dump. Till the time it's just a pointer, merely a pointer. So I'm grouping bag A by $2. $2 is nothing but paracetamol, my drug names, paracetamol, labilmetazine, right? For each element or each tuple, I would say tuple in bag D, we are generating grouping. That's a group. That's an implicit field name for that particular group key. And summation. I'm doing a summation on A dot $4. A is a bag A. $4 equal to your amount, which is a positional index starting with 0. And I'm specifying that value as yes. The field name as yes. Now I'm doing sorting because I did a grouping. I want to do sorting. So you could see here, ordering. Order again is a big keyword. I'm ordering bag SM by yes. Yes is a field name that we are given here. And I'm ordering in the order of descending order basically. Then I'm dumping that particular bag again. When I do dump, that time only it will start running job. Till the time it will not do anything in to basically. When you do dump, it creates a DAG of jobs, then it creates a job jar, which is basically can be one MapReduce job or a multiple MapReduce job, and submit to Hadoop cluster. And once the Hadoop cluster, all the MapReduce, for example, let's say it runs two MapReduce jobs, right? So after running two MapReduce job, it will give you the output. I mean, it will write into /temporary folder, and this one is shown to the console basically as a file read. Let me repeat again. Earlier we talked about map only job. Here we are talking map and reduce option. So it's basically what we are doing is a grouping the bag A by position index 2, which is nothing but drug. So I'm grouping by drug. Then for each tuple in the D, I'm generating a summation because we do need to do summation. So group is nothing but the group key. Here group key is nothing but my drug. That's a drug is nothing but positional index 2. Then I do a summation, then ordering value based on the the total amount. Then I'm doing dumping. Till this point it will not run. When I do dump, the pig is going to create a tag of jobs, basically directed as a graph of jobs, mapped jobs, and create a job jar, physical job jar, and gets submitted to Hadoop cluster. The intermediate data, everything is stored in /temporary directory in Hadoop cluster. Once the final output has been written, that has been read directly from Hadoop cluster as a file read, HDFS file read, using file system APIs. Okay, here is the interesting part. We talked about patient file where we do ETL. All right. Now I'm doing ETL using Pig. There may be a scenario where I have to read it in BI, then I have to use Hive. or I may write my own custom MapReduce jobs, custom processing, then I have to use MapReduce. But if you look at all the cases, the data file is same. Can I create a common metadata? When I say common metadata, means I'm talking about common schema, so that everybody, without looking at what is the file, they can start using the schema. Yes, that's possible, which we can call it as H catalog. So creating H catalog will help Pig directly can use H catalog to connect with the patient without knowing it what it is there. So you can use the same schema what H catalog. So H catalog will create is a predefined schema where anybody can use. For example, Hive, Impala. So you can create you in H catalog the same. If you create as a patient, Hive can use select star from patient. Impala can use select star from patient. Pig can load the patient name using the H catalog, handler, file handler, right? MapReduce similar way. So H catalog can be used for having files which can be used by different processing abstraction like Pig or Hive. Thank you for watching Introduction to Pig. If you're interested in trying out Pig by using open source version, you can check out for Chennai Hag org/knowledge. You can check out here. You have a wiki. You can go to the wiki page, which is there in Chennai Hag, where we are given steps to install Pig. As well as if you have any questions, you can write to us. Thank you.